knowing his mother will not take care of him. Not in certain ways. Courtney was 39 now. This wasn't the first time he had been forced to forge his own path through the world. The screen of my tablet flashed. Only the flash was not to something brighter, but something darker. Is there a word for that? I wondered. A dimming? A death? I finished the dregs of my black tea. The doorbell sang. A courier stood in the hallway, looking doltish. "Marian Farmer?" he asked. "Yes," I said. "Thank you," and drew an ampersand on his electronic clipboard. The envelope he gave me was slender and well-made. My father was a stationer, and he taught me to recognize quality. Part of me, the part of me that came from him, the farmer part, preferred not to tear open the seal. I could leave the envelope here, on the little desk by the door, a closed and handsome object. "I am a closed and handsome object," I said to no one, to the room. I ripped the envelope open with the stinging end of my finger. I had not been prepared for the way aging changed my hands, made it hurt to open a letter. I unfolded the contents. 2 sheets stapled, the letterhead of one of the most valuable companies in the world, a company whose services I used online many times a day. I had no idea why they were writing me. I awaited something pro forma, purely administrative. Yet, "Dear Marian Farmer," the letter began, "you are one of the great writers of this century." The company was asking me to collaborate with them on a poem, an historic partnership between human and machine. 1 week in California, composing a long poem with a 2.5 trillion parameter neural network, which is to say an artificial intelligence, a robot, a genie in a bottle. Excerpts from the finished work would be published internationally, with the complete poem appearing online. The letter concluded by stating that they would be pleased to offer me $65,000 for my contribution. I examined the signature. One of the company's vice presidents, an elegant and extravagant name, rendered in sapphire-colored ink. "Dear Lausanne," I replied in an email that afternoon. "I was happy to receive your letter." I went into the bedroom. I stared at the print from Cynthia. A portrait of me at 25, before I had failed at anything. Monday, 1 month later. They flew me first class to California. I thought about all the things I had ever thought about the people who fly first class. Odd, vicious, covetous thoughts. Here I was among them now, my head upon a cushion, a mimosa in my hand. I tried to orient my body so that I felt subversive somehow. An eye-tooth among pearls, a cobra in the grass. I pushed my wrist against the window. I crossed and uncrossed my legs. My hat sat above me, untroubled in its own undivided luggage compartment. At last, I thought, a compartment deserving of that hat. Without any negotiation, the fee for my participation in the project had increased from $65,000 to $80,000, with a 65-35 split on any future publishing royalties. It was the most I had ever been paid for a poem, by a ludicrous distance, and I had not even written it yet. It was also the first time I had ever collaborated on a piece of writing, and the first time, naturally, that I had worked in partnership with a semi-intelligent machine. "Understand, it's only software," one of the heads of the project had explained to me on our call. I was sitting once again in the kitchen,